Welcome back to another awesome adventures video. Jeffy the Adventure coming at you from the greater state of Utah. That's right, I am in Kanosh, Utah. I think I said that correctly. Anywho, I am right here at a very historical site. I didn't even do any research. I just seen the sign off of the freeway, off of, I think that's Interstate 70. Yeah, Interstate 70. And I drove down this way, and there is a historic fort that I am going to go check out, and I'm inviting you guys to tag along with me. So the sign states that the historic Cove Fort, I forgot to mention that's what it was in the intro. It's a historic Cove Fort. It is open daily from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Sundays 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. So looks like that they might be open. Check that out. Here it is, the historic Cove Fort. So awesome. Here it is right here, the entrance to the historic Cove Fort. Let's go inside and take a look around. Let's see if it's open. This is pretty cool right here. They have a wooden walkway going from the street to the fort. And here it is, the gateway to the Cove Fort. Well, I'm inside. Looks like that they just leave the doors open. And you would think that there would be someone here or an office to go into, but there's nothing. They just leave the doors open, and it's extremely quiet, and I am so glad it's not windy today. So glad for that. But it's a bit eerie. It's way too quiet. So here's a little information plaque right here. In 1867, Ira N. Hinckley and his family received a call from President Brigham Young to move from their home in Colville, Utah, to build a fort in south central Utah. I almost said Utah. 200 miles away. That's pretty awesome. Man, check this place out. And there is someone here. Kind of startled me a little bit. Didn't expect anyone to come up behind me. Said these rooms, they are open with their own information plaque. And normally they have a tour that starts across the street. That cabin over there is a part of it, but I'm going to take a look around this place and then go across the street and see what that cabin is all about. This is like the stairway to nowhere. Kind of curious on what this is, or what this was used for. So I walked up the steps and I wanted to see what this is, and I am not sure exactly what the purpose of this is for, but I thought it was a window for a minute. No idea. So the first door right here, this is the Gilmer and Salisbury Stage Post Office. Let's go inside. Oh, that's kind of creepy. They got sound effects in here. And it smells kind of isolated in here. You know, it's kind of eerie being in here alone. But that one guy, see, there's the entrance. That one guy is actually across the street. So this is the stagecoach and post office. This plaque reads, "This room served as the United States Post Office for the area and as a stagecoach office." I think that's Morse code. That's what that is. That startled me. Look at that. Oh, that's awesome. A picture of our very first president, George Washington. That's so cool. So I'm guessing this is how it would have looked back in the 1800s, right here. That fireplace. Got a couch with some fur on it. This is awesome. I love stuff like this. So in this room right here, this room that's attached, I forgot to close that door. I probably shouldn't have left it open, but let's take a look in here. This is the telegraph office. That's what that noise is. That's the Morse code. This one reads, "The discrete telegraph company ran north and south to improve communication in Utah Territory. Brigham Young and others organized the company in 1867 after seeing the completion of the transcontinental," correct me if I'm wrong, I think that's how you say that, "telegraph 8 years earlier." There goes that Morse code again. Oh, that's awesome. I think that might be the second president of the United States. Correct me if I'm wrong. Leave it in the comments below on who that is. Oh, it's full of creaks. It's an old floor. Ah, so awesome. It's like going back in time, and then look, they have all of the presidents over there. Well, all of the presidents at the time of the era. Got some maps. There's Morse code right there. There it goes. So coming from the telegraph office, that's the window right there. Looks like I can't go in that one. They have it gated off and locked. Let's see if we can look inside. Wow, that's pretty awesome. Let's see, this one doesn't have nothing on the door. Let's see if it opens. And it does. Oh, okay, that's why that door is locked and all gated up. This is the same room. This is the kitchen and dining room. I've always thought, how awesome would it be living in that era? Times were so much easier. Times were more simple. Look, they even churned their own butter. That's so awesome. You know, try to find one of those in good condition these days. I can imagine that most of the stuff, you know, this is not original. This is all reproduction, and most of the stuff probably came from an antique shop of some sort, or maybe, you know, eBay or something like that. There's so many doors over here. Man. Let's see if this one, oh yeah, this one opens. This is the washing and weaving room. Look at that. That is so cool. I'm wondering if any of this old stuff is operational. Wow, the old washing boards. That's where they would fill the water up, take the this washing board right here. They'd use those little buckets to pour the water in that big bucket, and that's how they'd wash their clothes. And then they'd hang it up. They didn't have the luxury of using a washer and dryer like we have today. And we were just in that room. Now I can imagine we're gonna go into that room right there. Oh man, this is so amazing. Let's see what lies beneath this door. Oh, this is the living quarters and kitchen annex. I figured if I read every single information plaque, this video would probably be just as long as yesterday's. And the door just closed. Oh, one of my favorite games, dominoes. And that's creepy. Kind of curious on what's down there, huh? Bet you can hide a body in there and no one would ever find it. They have a gun displayed. I'm kind of wondering if that's a real animal pelt. Look at how different the beds once looked compared to today. I'm wondering on if beds like this was even comfortable. Man. I'd love to go down in there, but it's a bit creepy. Alright, now on to the next room. I'm trying to do my best to hurry up because there is a field trip who's going to be doing a tour of this place. So the quietness is not going to last, but I can imagine that we're going to be going into that room from this door, just like in the last room right across. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is another living quarters, and this is a guest room too. Well, I thought we would have been going in that room. I guess not. I'm gonna take a peek through that window though. So back over here. Oh, it's another bedroom. Not sure how well you can see that. If you can see my reflection, the mic is kind of in the way. In here, let's see, door so old it creaks. This is the best room. So this has got to be like the best room of them all then, huh? No need to brag, right? Wow, they have a straight razor right there and a comb. Looks like of some sort, or a brush, you know, to shave with. Wow, look at that teapot set. And that top hat. I think I should trade my hat in for that top hat. Look at that. You don't see shirts and a hat like that anymore. And they even have an ascot hanging up. This bed looks a little bit more comfy. Look, it's right by the window. Now, going into here. Angeline's room. Let's see. I might read this one. Angeline Wilcox Noble taught school in Salt Lake City until her marriage. Yeah, I read that right. To Ira Hinckley on July 2nd, 1855. 18 months after his marriage to her sister Adelaide. I believe that's how you say that. She and her sister worked cooperatively. these words, man, they're a bit hard to read. Energetically and lovingly to create a comfortable family life at the fort. So this must have been, yeah, this is her room. I almost said it must have been her room, but it says it right there on the plaque. This is her room right here, decorated as if it would have been when she lived here. And it looked like she spun some yarn. And it's probably getting old to see me opening these doors. This is the children's room. Wow. This is pretty cool. So this is where they would have played at and slept as well. Seems like that they have a fireplace in every single one of these rooms. That's so cool though. Look at that wardrobe. I'm wondering if that is one of the children. Because look, pan over here and some more children photos. Alright guys, last room. Let's see what's behind the last door. This is Adelaide's room. Wow, that must have been her dress that she wore. That is pretty awesome. I'm kind of curious on who that is right there. Could have been Adelaide, maybe and her husband. Look at what they have on the table. An ink quill with an ink bottle. This was her bed. This is where she slept. It makes me wonder though, when they do places like this, on how they know exactly what was in the room and how it was set. Yeah, because over at the Mickey Grove Zoo, I did a video over there, and they have like Captain Weber's, you know, the founder of Stockton, California, Captain Weber's, and his wife and children's, you know, inside of the building over there, they have a reproduction just like this of how the rooms looked when they lived there, you know, when they lived in their houses back in that time. So before I go that way, I'm gonna go up the stairs and take a look at this place from way up high. I hope these aren't the original steps. Wowee. This is cool, but this is really high up. Knowing me, I'm afraid of heights. Look at that. Wow. Here they have a bunch of kids on a field trip around. This is pretty cool. I know those lights was not there at the time, nor was this pole. Because, you know, back in the 1800s, they did not have electricity. Look at that. That's awesome. That is the garden shed. Wow, this is really high up. Onward and downward, I always say. All the way back down to the safe ground. Now, let's see what's that way. Look at that, they have some more windows and some more platforms over on this side, just like they do at the entrance. So this is the back of the property. This must have been their garden area. I'm kind of curious though. Are they actually planting a garden just like how it would have been back in the 1800s? I think so. Look, they have them marked. They have zucchini and spinach and onion. Look at, they have onion that's growing. That's pretty cool. Then you look over here. This is another garden, but looks like that they don't have anything growing over here. But they would have had green beans and cucumber and what else do they have? They have potatoes, and I only know that because I'm reading those little things right there. And that shed that we were looking at from atop is right over there. We're gonna go over there here in a bit. I just love how back in the day, how they just used regular tree wood. They just stuck it into the ground. I mean, right here is a modern day fence. They didn't have a modern day fence or a lock back in the day like that, or a chain. But that's just to reinforce it so the wind doesn't blow it down and it doesn't fall and they don't have to do some work on it. But look, see, they have it stuck on the piece of wood, but back in the day they wouldn't have had that. They just stick it into the ground, and if it blew over, then they'd come out and repair it. But yeah, that's just so it could be reinforced. They didn't even have latches like that back in the day. They had to tie it shut with a rope. Back here through the skate area, yeah, it's nothing. Kind of curious though. It might have been another garden area. I'm not really 100% sure. And I know that they didn't have bathrooms like this back in the 1800s. That's for sure. Look at that. What does that say? Oiler room? I don't know. Why does it have like two O's? What's this? Garden shop? Oh, that's probably a G, but it looks like a C. Oh, maybe that's a D over there. Doiler room? Almost couldn't see it. Doiler room and garden shop? Maybe, perhaps? This is pretty cool. I always love seeing like recreation buildings of an old, blacksmith shop, like over there at the Mickey Grove Zoo. I will link that video down below in the description, but at the Mickey Grove Zoo, I know I mentioned earlier it was in Stockton, but it's actually in Lodi, which isn't too far from Stockton. They have a recreation of a blacksmith shop. Almost said a black shop smith. I'm a little backwards today. I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong with me. But let's take a look inside of here. Look, the blacksmith shop. I think, if I lived back in the day, I think I would have been a blacksmith. That's so awesome. And they still do have blacksmiths today, but it's nothing like this. Nothing at all like this. Blacksmiths back in the day were way more cooler than blacksmiths today. And this is the sharpening tool that they would use to sharpen their tools, or maybe perhaps to sharpen the piece of metal that they would be working on, or something along those lines. They definitely was not organized though, that's for sure. I am not sure what this is supposed to be. There is no information plaques on it. I'm guessing this could have been a homemade swing or some sort of play area, maybe, for the kids. Oh, I think I know what it is. This right here speaks for itself. That's a horseshoe. So this could have been where they would shoe the horses. Maybe, I don't know. Leave it down in the comments down below if you find anything online on what this contraption would have been. Going up to this building right here. This is the ice house, and hey Derek, hey, I had to say it. Oh, this is awesome. Those are the old-fashioned big gigantic saws. That looks like what they used to use to pick up hay bales. Too bad they didn't actually have hay bales in here. You know, that would have added to the ambiance a little bit more better. That thing is huge. That's awesome though. What if that rope just broke? That would suck. This right here would have been the firehouse. There is no information plaques on this, so I can't tell you exactly what it is, really. And I don't have the greatest cell phone signal, so I cannot look things up and provide information. Oh, now this is awesome. I've always wanted to come close to an actual log cabin. This thing is awesome. Wow. I hope I can take a peek inside. Now, I can't actually go inside, but yeah, I can take a peek inside of here. This is the bunkhouse. This is so awesome. I'm totally geeking out right now over a log cabin. Look at that. And they even have a homemade, log bed made from a tree. This is awesome. Wow. Let's go see what this building once was. Looks like it used to be a barn. Oh, look at that. Please stay off the wagon, it says. That's pretty awesome. That is how they used to get around. Now, it says stay off the wagon. It doesn't say anything on don't touch the wagon. That's pretty cool. That's where it is set. That's the brake, and that's the thing that the horse was tied onto. And then this one right here was their log wagon. That's they'd go cut down a tree, bring the logs back over here, maybe for some firewood or to add onto the property. It's pretty neat though how everything is made of wood here except for the fort. Now, all of the other things can't really go inside of it, but this one you definitely can. Oh, this was the stable. That's what this is. Oh, okay. See, I'm learning as I go. When I do these videos, I pretty much wing these videos. This place is huge. Wow. Look at that. This place is huge. Now, if you guys want to check this out, I will leave the address in the description down below. It is 100% free. cool. You don't see vehicles like that anymore. You know, pulled by a horse. Look, please do not touch. Wow. Oh, look at that. Take the ladder on up there, but they put a piece of wood right here, so I don't know where you can see that. It's a little dark. They put a piece of wood right there so no one will climb up on there, and same thing with that ladder. Now, why is there a ladder going way up there to like nowhere? No idea. There's like no floor up there, unless if they used the ladder to climb up there, probably. That's what they probably did. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And then this right here, this was their rototiller, you know, to loosen up the soil and all that. Back in the day, you know how we have a motorized rototiller to loosen up the soil whenever we're like preparing for a garden or a crop or something. Yeah, that's what that is. It's pretty cool. Now, did they have drinking fountains back in the day? Drinking fountains? This is pretty crafty. They took a wine keg, filled it with sand, and put a drinking fountain right there. That's awesome. Now, they did not have fire hydrants back in the day, but nowadays, by law, you have to have these, even in these old historical places. That's not what I wanted to see. This is what I want to see. This is like the last thing right here. I'm debating whether or not I should go across the street. I think I will go across the street. I just don't want to get in any of those kids' way. Look at this. An actual covered wagon. Please stay off the wagon. Man, I wish that I could climb up there and take a photo of myself up on there, but you know, gotta respect their rules. They probably say stay off of some of the stuff because it's really old, and they don't want the wood to break and damage the product, and on top of that have someone get hurt because they're held responsible. And this is how they would have made a fire pit back in the day. They would have set some rocks in a circle, and of course they would set the logs in the teepee style. And that's exactly how you would set the logs even in modern day fire pits to get the fire going. So now I'm finally going over there to the garden shed. We were over there, and we were up there, and there's a bunch of kids coming over there. Look at that, they have another drinking fountain. This looks like it would have been another garden. But you know, they didn't have garden hoses like this back in the day. These are like modern day garden hoses. Yeah, they didn't have those back in the day. They would come out here and either water it, you know, spraying it like this, or lay the hose down on the ground and let it, you know, soak up in the soil. Look at this. I don't think you can look inside of there. I'm not going to try to open it and have them say something. Yeah, that's it. That is the garden shed. I just noticed these. I didn't even notice them when I walked over here. I just noticed these horseshoes bolted onto the side of the fence posts. Now, going across the street over here, I am going to check this place out. That one guy that startled me when I was first doing the video, he said that him and all of the employees live over here on property. But yeah, let's go check this place out. Yeah, usually that one guy said that they do tours, and that's exactly what they're doing. But it starts over here at the Hinckley cabin, so I guess I did it backwards. I hear voices. Can't be coming from the inside. This place is awesome. This is a more larger log cabin. That's pretty cool. I figured out what that voice, or what those voices was coming from. There is people in there, but the door right here looks like it's locked. So let's take a look around here. Yeah, there is people in there sitting down in the chairs. I think they might be doing like a little presentation, but there's no one over here. So oh look, there's a door over there. I can go look inside. And future technology, I'm telling you. Yeah, look at that. Oh, there's people over there on the other side. I'm trying not to disturb them. But there's people over there. They're sounds like they're watching like a video presentation. But yeah, look at this. They even see, this is more fancier than the one across the street. You know, he painted the walls, and he has his own little stove right there. Look, he's got carrots on the floor. This is pretty cool. Yeah, I really don't want to disturb those people, so let's conclude the adventure. Man, I'm glad I got in and out of that place before people started to show up. Seems like every time I show up somewhere, it's like empty, and then all of a sudden everybody just comes all at once and it becomes too crowded and too packed. But yeah, there was some kids on a field trip that showed up who's exploring this place, and some more people showed up. They are doing a tour, so good thing that I showed up when I did. But anyways, if you are new here, please subscribe to this channel. It is absolutely free, and ring that bell notification. It will alert you guys when the next adventure is out on this platform. And very, very soon I will be releasing some merchandise, and you can get a hat like this, or maybe a shirt with that logo on it, or you know, some other merchandise memorabilia from my Spreadshirt shop that I will be opening very, very soon. I am not sure when, but I will keep you guys updated on that. And very, very soon I will be releasing a Patreon as well, so you can contribute $1 or more a month. And I still haven't figured out exactly what I want to do yet, so that is in the works. So stay tuned for that, and I will keep you guys updated. As always, this concludes our awesome adventurous adventure. I am Jeffy the Adventurer, and I will see you guys in the next video.